Okay, good morning. We're going to go over a little bit of what you took notes on and did some problems with yesterday. This is section 2.5. We're talking about fractiles, particularly the ones that come up the most are quartiles and percentiles. However, deciles is not unheard of to see. But we're going to talk a little bit today about how to utilize some technology to do the work here for you. So we're going to do problem number 1 from yesterday. Exercises 1 and 2. Find the 3 quartiles. Draw a box and whisker plot of the data. So what I've done is I've transferred that data set for number 1 into a Google Sheet. I am not going to try and draw a box and whisker plot in the Google Sheet. I haven't found a really good way to do that yet, but I did find that the easiest way to do it is actually from Desmos Graphing Calculator. So we're going to open up a Desmos window here. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a list of data. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to do capital L equals. I'm going to copy this data list directly from my Google Sheet. Desmos will accept that and paste it in here. And you'll see it tells us L is 20 elements, 20 data values. And we can scroll through here. We can see it puts them in here in a nice set notation with brackets. And there we go. So Desmos has a lot of neat little tools here for us. For example, we can type in min parenthesis list L and hit it, and it tells us the minimum value is 1. Well, that's important to us. That is part of what we call our 5-number summary of a data set. 5-number summary consists of the minimum, quartile 1, the median, Q2, quartile 3, and the maximum. So we're going to go through and we're going to find all those values. But as we're doing it, we're going to plot points for those graphs. So our minimum value, our minimum of our x values is 1, and we're going to make everything 1 unit off the x-axis. So we're going to plot a point. So I'm just going to go parentheses 1, comma 1. And it has labeled that point for us. I'll put a label on it. All right, so next we want to find the first quartile. So Desmos will let us actually type in quartile, parenthesis. We want from our data set L, and we want the first quartile. And we'll see it has given us the point, the value of 4.5. Well, we want to mark that point. So we're going to parenthesis 4.5, comma 1. We want to label that point. Now it's given us our first quartile. And we're going to continue down this list doing the same thing. We want to find our median, so we can type in median, parenthesis, L. So we don't have to put in in quartile up here, we had to tell we wanted the first quartile. There's only one median. You could have done quartile list, comma 2, and that would have given you your second quartile. But remember that that's equal to median. So it's given us that value of 6. So we'll create the point 6, comma 1. We'll label that. We want to find Q3, so we'll type in quartile from our list 3. It gives us 7.5, so we'll define that point. And again, for all my y coordinates, I'm putting in 1 because I want to have those on a straight line right across our x-axis here. And we do want the label. And lastly, we want to find our max, so we're going to type in maximum. We just need the word max. Our list tells us 9, so we're going to define that point. 9, comma 1. Label it. So here we have all of the values we need to draw our box and whisker plot. We would simply draw a line connecting the first two, a line collecting the last two, and we would draw a nice box directly around this. Now, one of the nice things is that Desmos actually has, need that at the moment, click on the little keyboard at the bottom and go to Functions. Under Stats, I believe it is. No, there it is. Visualizations. There is a box plot. There's actually a dot plot that we did in Sheets as well, and a histogram option in Desmos. We're going to do a box plot, so we're just going to click that button, and we'll see, oh, we're in the wrong spot here. Down to the bottom here, and tell it to do a box plot. And you wouldn't need to go to this Functions menu. You could just type in the word box plot, and we want to enter the data set. Well, our data set is L. And I don't like that color. Let's go ahead and change it to black, red, green. See which one looks the best. It's hard because it's actually covering up our dots that we put in here to mark our points. But that's okay. We'll go ahead with the black one. And there we go. We've drawn our box of Whisker plot. We've plotted our points on it for our minimum, Q1, median, Q3, and maximum. So, there's a lot of steps in here, but part of that's just because we've chosen to plot the points on here as we went along. We didn't need to do that, but I think it definitely makes for a better looking graph showing those points. So I hope this was helpful, and you'll get some work today to do some practice problems.